Okay, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. I can hear it. Can you give me a little bit more volume? Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we are here. But I want a little more volume if I can, please. I'm going to talk closer right here to the mic, but if I'm right here, this is a good sound? No, actually, love it. That's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. That sounds good. I didn't know I sounded that good. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You know this is the Bullies in Business show. This is where we talk about all kinds of things about bullies being in our business. Well, that means, your company, your personal business, whatever it is. That's what we're all about. We're talking about bullies in business. And, we've had a hard time right here. But I'm really happy about one thing, and I got to tell everyone. I'm really proud of us Americans, and I'm sure the rest of the world. I'm proud of everyone because, wow, people don't have time to bully. Isn't that special? To where when you are so worried, which we are in this such a bad pandemic, but to be worried like this, we all come together. See, that's what it's all about. Why can't this world pretend you're in a pandemic because you love your fellow human being? And right now, we all come together. I'm going to tell you, I missed my producers here, Don and Lisa from Downtime Productions, St. Petersburg, Florida, #1 production company. Let me tell you something, they do the soundtracks for the movies. So this podcast thing, they're just, loving the subject about bullies being in our biz. So we did a thing and, we work together, we network, and we try to help each other. So, what I'd like to talk about today, really, is about how you been, how you doing. I'm thinking myself, hey, what we should do here is everybody come together. We've been cooped up in these houses and everything. And I started walking around the neighborhood, and all of a sudden I started hearing my right hip clicking a little bit. And I wasn't snapping my fingers. So I said, oh my golly, what the heck's that? Well, from walking on the beach down here, you're always on an angle. So you're either leaning to the left or leaning to the right when you walk the beach, swinging about 2 5-pound weights. And all of a sudden you cause yourself a sciatica nerve. Be careful, folks. When you walk on the beach, make sure it's flat, plain, level. Because that sciatica nerve causes a lot of pain. And the reason why that came is because you wore out the cartilage in your hip. I'm not a pro on these things. I'm just telling you live, right here on the Bullies of Business podcast, starring Limo Bob. Check me out, limobob.com. We're doing a beautiful thing out here in Sunset Beach, Treasure Island, Florida. And this beautiful lady, Lucille. Hi, Lucille, if you're listening. She decides she wants to give away, her check from the government. And she goes, I want to give it to a needy family, the $1,200. And she gets on this little next door thing that we all get on in Sunset Beach, Treasure Island. It's a beautiful thing. Actually, all beaches get involved. And when I heard it, I just thought it was very special. And I said, hey, on behalf of Treasure Island Limo and limobob.com, we'd like to offer a $1,000 limo ride. And go ahead and raffle it off. Do what you want. We just want to lift the spirits. That's right. It's a beautiful thing that Lucille's doing. And man, Lucille, do you mind if I jump into your party train? I want to offer $1,000. Hey, all us businesses out there. Hey, all us regular cool cats out there. Hey, you kids, walk the elderly lady across the street, please. Just do a nice thing. Grab that grocery bags when you see him trying to lift it. You know at Sam's Club, you see him lifting these big cases of water now? Don't let these wonderful people lift it. Come on, go over there. Come on, people, now. just like they say, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, let's love one another right now. So here's what I'm saying. It's a beautiful thing. Bullies are taking a pause for the cause. Thank the Lord. They should now think like this all the time. They're scared to bully anyone because if we want everyone to our right, to our left, we're all in this together. We're all really scared and worried about our family members and our loved ones, especially elderly ones, and now they're finding about the children that it might have something to do with this. We hope not, but I guess they're saying it is. So people around the world, we're really in a tough time. Do you know they're going to talk about this pandemic like we talk about that 1918 or whatever year that was pandemic that we had. It was a horrible time in life. So, it's a beautiful thing that we're all thinking of each other and, nobody's blowing off missiles or showing their might. That's a bully. Come on, Kim Jong-un. Be good like you are now. You're starting to be civil. This is a wonderful thing. We don't need wars. I know there'll always be wars. Just like I asked my mom one time. I said, Ma, in the city of Chicago, I found there were so many corrupt judges and corrupt people, politicians, etc. And I don't want any of my show to ever reflect politics because I hate politics. I just love people and I don't want nothing to do with politics. We'll leave that up to all the crooks. But I got to say that it's nice to see that this world right now, we need to straighten it out. Like, there's people that need, and there's people that are getting millions of dollars of the government money because they play a big part. It's fine to make money, but not at the cost of taking money from others. Such as, we need to help these people that need the money now. Stimulus checks and everything are a great thing. I'm not going to say how to run the country, but meanwhile, back at the corral, when there's people starving, when you see these cars pulling up to put food in there, because these poor people don't have any money for food. Something's got to be done. Really? Don't you agree? I'm sure you do, ladies and gentlemen. Well, guess what? What needs to be done is one thing. And I think if we all do this, meanwhile, while we're waiting for the government to do something, we could do something. Come on. If you own a bar, have donations. A lady told me, hey, Bob, you can't have raffles in the state of Florida. I go, thank you, dear. I think that was Janice. Hi, Janice. But all these wonderful people, we all come together and talk and help each other and try to see what we could do. So now we got, Lucille with the $1,200 check. She doesn't want to just give it to an organization. She wants to give it to a family and personally give it to them and make sure they're a family that are really in need. Same, with the limos. I don't care who gets it or how we can, if we can't raffle it off, like I say, let people donate their money. If they want a chance at a 4-hour limo ride in one of the world's longest, most exotic limousines provided by Treasure Island Limo. You know it, limobob.com. Land, sea, or air, let us take you there, ladies and gentlemen. That's our commercial for today. Yeah, let's get back to the show now. We're back at the show. This is the Bullies in Business show. Ladies and gentlemen, what's this about? I'd love to get your stories. You can email me at limobob@limobob.com. I'd love to hear your stories, and we talk about it on the show. Things are working out now. Bullies are really curbing. All the love has come between one another fellow human, and I think we're in a new place now. Since we're all scared to death, we're coming together. Usually that's when people start straightening out anyhow, and they stop thinking of the easy streets and they look at life as it really is. So let's donate, ladies and gentlemen, your time, not necessarily money. If you got extra money, do what Lucille did. if you got a business, you got some extra moving trucks, you got some extra things that maybe someone may need, do it. Treasure Island Limo does. Give away a certificate. Just give it. If you can't bid, let's just donate. Okay? Hey, karate instructor. You're probably one of the biggest helpers for the anti-bully topic. Because you know why? You give obedience to kids. And I'm not just talking about kids that need to get in there and defend themselves. I'm talking about kids that go in there that are bullies too. And they try to get bigger and badder, but they learn discipline, which is good. So you karate instructors, you can offer your service, your time. Look at the nurses and all the people on the front lines. I got to get my hats off to these people. I'm telling you, I got to say, they are probably the bravest people I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking nurses, doctors, hospital staff, doctor staff, anyone that was in the front line of this COVID-19. God bless you people. You're really, no amount of money in the world compares to that. Police officers, firemen, paramedics. Are you kidding me? They're dealing with people and some crazy people. We all watch the TV shows. There's not a sane person on those shows. But then again, that's what the shows are about. But still, let's all offer ourselves. Cut that grass over there for that elderly folks. Do something from the kindness of your heart. And I'm going to tell you something. What comes around goes around. You will be blessed. The more you give to anyone, from the heart, from the pocketbook, or from the service you're providing. You own a hotel? Go ahead. Let's give away a few hotel nights. That'd be great. Wait a minute. Let's put this together. Wait a minute. Lucille's giving some cash because these poor people have been worried. Guess what? I'm going to give the limo. Let's get a restaurant to give the dinner. A bar after to have a couple cocktails and some dancing. Let's get what else? Oh yeah, you gotta have dessert, some gelato or something downtown St. Pete. We also gotta get let's see what else we gotta get. Anything you think of. Why don't we start with some flowers too? Florist. So you can see right here how we need everyone, folks. I'm telling you now. Anything you got, please help us, especially in these tough times. And bullies, really, I'm really proud of you bullies, and you're doing so good, and the world loves you. And I just want to tell you that, please, you bullies, go from heroes to zeros. Sorry, I moved the mic down, okay? There we go, I got my producer over there. He knows every sound there is. That's why he's the super duper producer. Don from Downtime Productions. He's one of these companies right here in beautiful downtown St. Pete.
Hey, I just got to tell you that I feel your pain on walking on the beach at an angle. Lisa and I both walk along that beach, and you're walking at an angle, so you messed your back up because of it. Your sciatica, it kills me the next day.
You too, you guys?
Yes, both of us.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I can't believe
it's a thing. I tell her that. When you're walking at an angle like that.
I never knew it.
Yeah.
It wears out your cartilage in your hip, and it gives you sciatica nerve in your lower back pain. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh.
Hip pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, you only walk on the boardwalk. Don't do
That's
it.
Right.
And then, I used to think, I'm going to walk with bare feet. Because I thought it's good to get your feet nice and solid and calloused so you can handle the sands here in Florida.
Yes.
How foolish was I? Because now I have no padding with sneakers or flapjacks or nothing.
Yeah.
For my hip. So every time I walk now, I did my 2-mile walk with my 5-pound weights. I'm smacking my, you know what I mean? Your hip bone, losing the cartilage, squeezing the thing, and not knowing you need, ladies and gentlemen, shoes. If you have the right shoes.
The most important thing.
Isn't it?
Shoes and a mattress.
I was going to say the bed right after that. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, we are totally thinking alike, but you're right. Shoes and a mattress. You got to have the best. You're living on them. And you got to have. No, that's awesome. I'm glad you brought that up. Because, these are things that you just don't think of and say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a show today telling you how to walk on the beach. We're telling you how not to walk on the beach. That beautiful beach we live in. I got to tell you, it's just absolutely beautiful. And it's beautiful, like I told you. I see the spirit of all the people today. I watch church on Sunday now instead of going to church. And we do miss everyone. But, we receive communion. It's like a drive-in where they just give you the little wine and they give you the little bread. And you just drive in and you listen to them and you toast to God. And then you drive off. No one gets out of their car, which is safe. They're more than 6 feet away from each other. So, I'll tell you what, when something this sad, it's sad to find out where did this come from. Right now we're not in the thought of thinking, oh, hey, where's this coming from? We're finally coming down from, hey, nothing matters but life. Can you imagine, folks? Now, please, I'm not going to try to get morbid on you, but we got to share this for a minute because my Aunt Claudine, I guess I'm a little part of it, but not like most people. Their family members dying. Wait a minute, can you imagine them in the hospital? You can't go near them when this pandemic hit. And they're put in a hospital next to super sick people, maybe more, maybe less sick than they are. Or if they're less, they're going to get more because, oh my God. And then they die. And it's like, oh my God, wait a minute. Jeez. Wow. I can't even think farther than that. Like when I flew to California and visited Aunt Claudine on January 11th, and I don't mean to like alert people, but I think if you're from San Juan Capistrano, my Aunt Claudine was in a $1 million house that turned into a nursing home that had 6 residents and a bunch of Asian workers that worked there. And the only reason why I'm saying Asian workers is because, ladies and gentlemen, this is very important. It's their beautiful holiday time of the year too. And most Asians go back home and they visit. In December, November, December, January, it's a time for them to mostly go home. Well, what I think happened is when they came home, Aunt Claudine was in this nursing home, and on January 11th, I flew in to see her, and she saw me, oh, Bobby, and, I went over and hugged her, but I overheard the nurse telling my cousin Maureen that Aunt Claudine got a very, very bad stomachache, and she's been throwing up and etc. Well, too little, too late. In the middle of love, you don't think of that. You're already hugging, and they're so nice to hug, and I'm rubbing her hair, and I'm rubbing her beautiful face, and she's so happy, and I heard her going, oh. She goes, the nurses told me that, she told cousin Mo that she was doing that every 5 to 10 minutes. So you can imagine the pain. So I'm sure they just turned up the morphine on it and just let things happen. But it's so sad because when I went home, I love her and I miss her so much. When I went home, I told my wife, Christy, I go, oh my God, Christy, this is like January 12th, 13th. I go, oh my God, Aunt Claudine is so sick. And hon, I'm feeling so sick. I was so sick. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I thought I was going to die. I said, Christy, My poor Aunt Claudine, she's not going to live a week. She died January 22nd. Now, of course, she was 89, getting ready to hit 90. I think she just hit 90 years old. God bless her soul. Behind Claudia, I miss you. Hi, Mon. The rest of all my cats up there. But here's the thing. When I came home and I seen it happen, I'm like, you know, if they want history straight, I'm not trying to make it. But they just said, my wife just told me, oh, you should go do that thing. They said, give blood. They'll find out. They'll give you a test if you give blood to see if you ever had corona or COVID or, you know, that testing, not to see if you have corona. Antibody testing, they call it, I think. And they said, give blood. I said, well, I'd love to give blood. I said, people, like, you know, they really need it, like Aunt Claudine. My God, I'd have gave a gallon of blood if I could have, if that could have saved her. But, you know, it just goes to show you, folks, I'm not saying she died of COVID-19. I'm saying she died of the worst Hong Kong, Wong Tong, whatever you want to call it, flu. We know it came from China because before anyone knew it, every one of those people were Asian that work in this nursing home, beautiful nursing home. I'd love to see the records to see if all 6 died at that nursing home. They don't have the records right. Now, let me tell you something, folks. You want to talk about a regular nursing home? This is a mansion on the hills in San Juan Capistrano, California. Probably $1.5 million to $2 million. You know, overlooking a mountain in a big neighborhood with a bunch of other houses. You wouldn't know it's a nursing home if you looked at it. It's just the house. And it's gorgeous. Inside, it only holds 6 patients.